How did you navigate the swimsuit competition?
I wore a Burkini, and I was so fly up there. So many people thought, well, how are you going to wear a bikini, a Burkini? How will the judges know that you're fit? And my personal trainer that I was working with, Scott, we were in agreement. Like, listen, the way I stand, the way I walk, the way I talk, you know I have abs. Like, you can see in my shoulders, in my posture, everything. Like, I'm just as fit and lean and mean as the rest of the girls in their bikinis. And I let everyone know a Burkini and Modesty, it does not hide a lack of hard work. It hides beauty. So there's beauty under here. I'm just as good as the rest of the girls. I just choose not to show it.
How were you treated as a hijabi?
With so much love. I will say that my hijab, my modesty is definitely my armor. When I first started wearing a hijab, my father was concerned. He thought that like people might bother me because I'm already a Black woman, so dealing with racism now to deal with Islamophobia. But on the contrary, I have dealt with some racism, but for the most part, I experienced so much more love. I can walk down the street peacefully. Men are not catcalling me. It's like, I'm invisible. I'm never taking this hijab off. Like, this is the most freedom I've had since I was a little girl. I'm so free. I'm so peaceful. And people look at me and they see a Muslim and they see me for who I am, whereas before they would assume, like, people like, oh, she has an attitude. She's this or she's that.
No, this is great information, and your presentation as well. A hijabi competing for Miss New York State.
Mm-hmm. Miss New York USA. So when
New York USA.
Yes, when I first came into started the process, I didn't know that there had been other hijabis.
There had been other
Yes,
hijabis?
there had been. So in Minnesota, there was a sister named, I can't call her name right now.
No, it's okay.
But she was top 10 in Minnesota and she became a supermodel. Oh, Halima. Yeah, there we go. Halima. And then for Miss New York, there was a Mariam. Mm-hmm. And she made it to the top 20. But and there was some others who competed in, I believe, New Jersey and Pennsylvania, but they didn't place. So I'm the first one to go the furthest.
And the first one in New York State?
There was one who competed twice. So I believe that I'm the first Black American. The sister who competed in New York previously, I believe she was Puerto Rican and Lebanese. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it was love.
All love, all support. It was the love of modesty is something that just can't be described. It's so safe. And it's so like people see me for who I am. Like I was already this person, but now people see me and expect it.
How did you feel when they called your name?
Which time?
First runner-up.
Second runner-up?
Yes.
I was shocked. I thought I was going to win if I'm being honest. I was definitely shocked, but still nonetheless grateful because I made it further than anyone else like me had. And so it was clear that hijab, Burkini, modesty, we're just as good. We're equally qualified. And just because we cover doesn't mean we don't deserve the opportunity. So I feel like even though I didn't win the crown, I still did the job that I came to do.
And I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
That's why I'm so happy that you're here, because I was just amazed by the fact that you even competed and then you got to that level. Now, how do we get from New York to New Hampshire?
Okay, so this is the thing and how I trust God so much. So as you know, I aged out initially and then the age cap was removed. So when I competed at Miss New York and I placed second runner up, I thought that was the end of me for this year as far as going to Miss USA. But there were some delays with 8 other states, so they didn't get to produce a pageant. And in order for Miss USA to go to Miss Universe, the Miss USA pageant has to take place prior to Miss Universe. So 8 states had to do an open call, and about 250 women applied. And from that, I applied to New Hampshire because it's my close neighboring state of the ones that were available. And their national bird, the purple finch, it reminds me of my mom because her favorite color is red. So the bird is called a purple finch, but it has like a lot of red. So I selected New Hampshire. I applied. I got a lot of buzz, like out of nowhere. All of the pageant pages were supporting me. Everyone was sharing me. And it comes to find out, they were very impressed with me, and I got the call Friday, which right now at present is a secret. But
and what was that process? 'Cause, I know there's not many Muslims in New Hampshire.
So I checked with me doing my research, learning about the state. It's 1% Muslim and it's also 1% Black. So they need me. New Hampshire needs me.
I tell you, Morgan sure gave you a lot of chutzpah. You know, that's wonderful. So what was the selection process? I'm curious.
So I had to do an application as well as submit a 90-second video. And so from that, I was selected.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah.
I wish you the best.
Thank you.
You know, so proud of you.
Thank you.
Now, you do a lot of charity work.
I do. Yeah.
Let's talk about some of it.
So as a Muslim, we keep our charity private, but now as a title holder, I have to share because I have to let people know that I'm someone that they can get behind. I'm someone who does do the work. So yes.
One that really pricks my conscience and mind is Real Estate Fairy.
Yes.
Talk about that.
So when I was heavily involved in TV and film, specifically when I was in Atlanta, so I'm like a triple threat. I can do behind the scenes, I write, and I act. So my goal was to make enough money to create housing for homeless people because I saw this video of this guy years ago when I was a little girl, and it really touched me, and I really wanted to help the homeless. So when my mom passed, I stopped doing the acting, but I found out that a lot of people with housing vouchers are homeless, and they're heavily discriminated against. So when I got my...
It's because they have the vouchers and there's not enough housing available?
No, there's housing available. So there's a lot of discrimination that goes on. So maybe realtors won't want to work with them. They'll give them the runaround. Landlords may not want to work with them. Other tenants may not want to live near them. There's a stigma that if someone isn't paying their own rent and they have help from the government, then they'll be a ruckus. Like they'll destroy the apartment. They'll bring down the value. You know, all of these crazy things that are just not true, because the fact of the matter is, one fire, one flood, one good scammer to take everything we have, we could all be homeless. So you're not a bad person just because you ended up homeless or had to have a housing voucher. So when I saw that this demographic was being discriminated against, I decided when I got my real estate license that I would make this my niche and I would dedicate myself to helping them. And it went really well.
So your primary real estate is in Brooklyn?
Yeah, so I have a license in New Jersey and New York, but I've done leasings in New York, in Brooklyn, Queens, Harlem, Bronx.
So all over the
New York City
area and New Jersey.
So I haven't done any. I was working with a landlord who asked me to get a New Jersey license, and then it didn't. What he had working on didn't go through, but I do have that license.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
What about your financial literacy workshops, please?
So during COVID, I invested a lot of money in the stock market, and I was doing so well. Like I had money for my children, everything, right? Then, focusing on grad school in my last semester with the internship, productions, everything, I stopped paying attention to the stock market, and I ended up losing in a lot of places and breaking even. So based on my experience, if I had more knowledge, I could have done better because I'm the first trader and things like that in my family. So I didn't have an uncle or a mom or anyone to teach me, how things work. So I said, if I can start teaching these underserved Black, brown children how money works and how to grow their money, then, they can find out this information is not being passed down in their home like it is for some children from other demographics. So we can kind of even out the playing field. And so what we do is through my sorority, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, we got some initiatives passed down. And I saw that the program that I had in mind, Wealth First, fit into it. So I pitched it to the program chair. She pitched it to the chapter. They agreed. I was asked to chair it. And that's how I started this program. And we have partnerships with State Farm, Doc's Cake Shop, the Brooklyn Nets, Pillar to Post. We bring out a lot of professionals. And it's important. I'm all about representation mattering. So we bring out a lot of Black and brown people to teach these children these things so that they can see someone who comes from a demographic like them has made it to this level of success and they can do it too.